me show you guys the cute little boots I found for Finley baby number 2. Aren't those super cute? Have the little pink or purple hearts on them. So cute. And then I think I'm also gonna get these too. These are little headbands that I can't resist. Little sparkly headbands. Super cute, right? And I also saw these little rainbow shoes. I'm definitely getting these because she'll be my rainbow baby, Finley baby number 2.
Welcome, fam. I'm coming back with an update. I know it's been 2 weeks since I've updated, and that's because not much has really been going on. And so I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. But I'm doing well, feeling well, excited. What else can I say? I'm just good. I'm good. So the reason I've not had very much to update on is because I think the last time I updated you guys, I was just kind of sharing how I hadn't started my cycle yet and was still waiting on Aunt Flo to show up. Well, Aunt Flo never came. She never showed up. Of all months, she didn't show up on her own. I was currently on like cycle day 40, I think. And I'm usually like a 35-day cycle, between 30 and 35 days. No more than 35 days. But she didn't show up. And I was like, okay, what's going on? What's up with this? So she never showed up. So I ended up having to call my reproductive endocrinologist. But before I called the reproductive endocrinologist, I did take a test. I'm not pregnant. And so I had to confirm that first. And then I called my endocrinologist just to let her know what was going on. I called the nurse to let them know what was going on, and they called me in some Provera to induce my period. And so I started taking my Provera on Monday the 18th, this past Monday the 18th. And so I'll take that for 10 days, and then after I've taken my last pill, my period should start anywhere between 3 to 5 days after the last pill. So I started taking it on the 18th. I'll take my last one November 27th, which is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and my period should come on at some point that weekend or the first part of the next week, which is the first part of the first week of December. So that's where I am. Just not really a lot to share. I will say though, I'm still excited. I was a little bit frustrated because my cycle hadn't come on, and I'm like, okay, out of 4 years now that I've been getting my cycles on my own, like, this has not been an issue. And then of all months, you know, that I'm trying to pursue frozen embryo transfer, Aunt Flo decides not to show up. And I know there's nobody but the enemy. There's nobody but the devil. And I'm staying optimistic. I'm going to stay positive. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let it take my eyes off God and take my eyes off of the goal, which is to conceive Finley baby number 2. Still trusting God, still believing God. I was highly frustrated, highly annoyed, but I had to ring it back in, had to pull myself back in, pull my emotions back in, and say, you know what, Tiffany, it's all right. It's all right. You're still going to do this. Everything's going to work out fine. So yeah, that's where I am. I still don't have a specific transfer date yet, but I will say I spoke to the nurse again today because, again, like I said, the last week of next week, we're going to be traveling out of town, going to visit family for Thanksgiving. And so I just wanted to be prepared in the event that my cycle comes on 3 days after I take my last period, which will be November 30th, instead of the 5-day mark after I take my last period. Because I'll still be in Mississippi if my cycle comes on that Saturday, November 30th, which is 3 days after my last pill. And so in the event of that happening, I wanted to be prepared. So I went ahead and called the nurse just to let her know, hey, we're going to be traveling out of town. I know I will need to be starting the estrogen. And so I just want to make sure I'm prepared in the event my cycle starts like the next day after the last pill or 3 days after the last pill instead of the 5 days. So before we got back home to Texas. And so I called her just to let her know that. And she went ahead and called in a prescription for the Estrace. I'll pick that up today. And so I will have that with me. And I will officially start taking my Estrace on cycle day 3. So I'm all prepared. I'm all ready. the ball is still rolling. Things are still getting, you know, we're still getting there slowly but surely. But I don't have a specific transfer date as of yet. But she did say, the nurse did tell me that in the month of December, they typically do their last transfers for IVF and frozen embryo transfers. They usually do those the week before Christmas. So the week of Christmas is December 23rd through the 27th. And I'm looking down at my calendar. I got stuff written down. I have to keep stuff written down. So the week of Christmas is December 23rd through the 27th. So that following week will be the last week that they'll do a transfer. And she said that we should still be good to go to do a transfer at some point that week. She didn't give me a specific date, but at some point that week. So I am still optimistic. I am still hopeful. I am still trusting God. And I'm just praying that we only have to do this one time. I'm praying that this one time that our embryo sticks and we get Finley baby number 2. And so, yeah, that's what I'm believing and trusting for. If it doesn't happen that way, then, hey, I know God knows what he's doing and I trust his plan. His plan is not my plan. His thoughts are not my thoughts and his ways are not my ways. So I'm just gonna, you know, trust in him with all my heart, lean not into my own understanding, and all of my ways acknowledge him, and he's gonna direct our path. So that's all I can do. I can't try to control it. And that's what has been having me so frustrated up until this point. Because I think in my mind, when we initially had our consultation, I was like, yay, we'll be able to do our first cycle in November. And then if it, for whatever reason doesn't work, we can do another one in December. Well, it didn't happen that way because my period decided not to come. So everything just kind of got, went in a totally different direction. And so, yeah. And so I've just come to a place where, you know, I remind myself, Tiffany, you are not in control of this. You are so not in control. You think you are in control, but you are not in control, girl. So I have to remind myself that because, you know, I like to have some control. I'm being honest. I like to plan things. I like to know things. I like to have a plan and know where we're going and what we're doing. And so, however, I'm just going with the flow just to keep my stress level down, to keep frustrations down, annoyance down. I'm woosaying, taking some deep breaths, and I'm just going with the flow. That's all I can do at this point, and trust God that he knows what he's doing. And so, yeah, so hopefully, like I said, I'll start my period. If my period shows up on November 30th, which is the Saturday after I take the last pill on Wednesday, November 27th, then I'll go ahead and start taking my Estrace on cycle day 3. If it starts on December 2nd, which is I think is a Monday, then I'll again start the Estrace on cycle day 3, and then I have to call to get a baseline sono, and then they have to do a hysteroscopy, which is nothing but like a saline transvaginal look inside the uterus to make sure everything's clean. There's nothing going on like polyps or fibroids or anything like that. And so that's where I am. Sorry I don't have, you know, specific details for y'all in terms of when my transfer is. I wish I knew, but I can say I know that it shall be happening at some point, I'm guessing, that week before Christmas. So, yeah, so I am excited. Very, 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 very excited about that. So yeah, that's it. That's all that's happening in terms of preparing for Finley baby number 2. Yeah, that's all that I have. And I also wanted to share with you guys. So I started, I don't know why it didn't register with me like that I needed to be taking prenatal vitamins, although, you know, I'm not pregnant. I need to be taking prenatal vitamins. Like, I'm usually on top of that. I usually just take prenatal vitamins. And at some point I stopped taking them. I think I ran out and never went to the store and got any. So I've not taken any prenatal vitamins probably for almost 6 months to a year now, maybe. Has it been 6 months to a year? Maybe in 6 months, I think, maybe. But anywho, I went to Sprouts today and got me some more prenatal vitamins. And I got the Rainbow Light, these particular ones right here. I got Rainbow Light, and they're vegetarian prenatal vitamins, gluten-free, with fruits, vegetables, and probiotics. Yeah, from the Whole Food store. So I got these, and so far so good. I took my first one today, not too bad. So it's 30 tablets, so I take one a day. And so I was intentional about getting prenatals that had folate and not folic acid, because I have read a lot of information on naturalfertilityinfo.com that folate is better, it's easier to absorb, and so it's easier for your body to absorb. Yeah, so I chose the one with the folate instead of like just a regular prenatal vitamin somewhere with folic acid in it. So yeah, Rainbow Light, this is what I'm taking. I'll be taking these until I run out, and then I might switch to a different brand, the what is it, Guardian of Life brand. That's what I really wanted, and I was trying to catch them on sale. They were not on sale today, so maybe when I go back, when I run out of these, maybe they'll be on sale. The Guardian of Life, I like to take the vegan tablets. They're dairy free, gluten free, soy free, all that, and it's real whole foods and vegetables and stuff that your body's getting. So when I run out of these, well, before I run out of these, I'm going to be on the lookout for the Garden of Life vegan prenatal vitamins. I'm going to be on the lookout for those. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's all that I have. I just want to encourage anyone else who's on this journey with me. First, I want to say thank all of you for watching this video. If you're watching this video, if this is your first time here, go back and watch my previous videos and get caught up. And for all of you that are following along with my journey, that are a part of this TFL, the Finley Life family, I thank you guys. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and let me know, you know, what's going on with you, where you are in your TTC journey. I ask that you guys pray for me, continue to pray for my peace, continue to pray that I keep my eyes on God and that I trust him, and yeah, that I keep my eyes on him, and that I continue to trust him. And I'm praying for you guys as well. I'm praying for all of you, those that are on your TTC journey, your IVF journey. Maybe you're also preparing or about to do a frozen embryo transfer, or you're about to adopt or use a surrogate. Like, I'm praying for all of you as well. And so, yeah, you're always in my thoughts and prayers. I'm always covering you, praying for you. Yeah. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Like, share, subscribe, hit that like button, comment below, tell me who you are, where you're from, you know, and where you are on your journey. See ya. Peace.